We're gonna go over all the abilities really quickly for Human Torch and the Thing. I'm gonna break down a more updated guide later on in a couple days where I give more tips and tricks, but today I just wanna give everyone a look at their abilities before they hop into their first ranked games today. Because if I see one more Thing or Human Torch player blow one of my ranked games today because they have no clue what their abilities do, I'm going to turn into the Human Torch himself. Okay, the first ability for Human Torch is his Fire Cluster. It basically just launches forward a projectile of fireballs like this. As you can see, this thing has spread. It has a very shotgun-like spread. It's not very tight, but you kind of want to get in close to get most of this damage off like this. 2 hits to the head. Let's see how far it is away from here. Look. Yeah, as you can see, it actually spreads out a lot from a long distance away. And as you notice also, his firing rate of speed actually goes down the more bars of resources you lose on his left click, which is signaled by these 6 little fire icons down here at the bottom of my screen. As I start shooting, I start losing more and more little fire thingies, and as soon as I lose one, look, I'm a very slow fire rate after that. The best way to keep these up actually is to try to weave in your right click alternate attack in between your left clicks. Johnny's right click is a spitting fireball that just does damage over time. Slow damage, but it's good damage. It's gonna actually shred a lot of tanks and squishies as long as you can manage to get them to walk over it, or if you directly throw it at them and they don't move off of it immediately. You can throw multiple of these out at the same time. He's taking damage over time now, even after he walked away, and easy peasy. His third ability is Rapid Ascent, which is basically you hold shift. You can fly faster in any single direction you choose, all 4 directions, upwards and downwards too. Pretty simple, nothing to really complain about. Now his third ability is his Flame Prison. So let's put down our little pillars of fire over here and press E. And now everything inside is taking continuous damage. Yeah, have fun with that in your domination games. It'll be interesting to see if this guy makes it through ban phase when it's a domination map too. And also for a lot of people who might not know, it doesn't matter if they walk into, like past the flames into it, as long as they're within the flame field area, they are going to continuously take damage over time, which is the nice thing about this ability. That's why this ability is gonna be literally crazy on domination game modes. His next ability is Flaming Meteor. He's gonna look at a point wherever his crosshair is, you can fly up and press F and you're gonna dive at the ground like this. Where the hell did he go? So basically you're gonna do that much damage to someone once you dive onto them wherever your crosshair is looking. However, there's a better way to do this. What you're going to do is put down one of his right click Flaming Meteor fireball thingies, and then you're gonna press F. When you do that, you are going to get a huge bigger burst of damage because you're gonna detonate the spot and you're gonna send people flying even further back. So let's try it, watch this. Right click and then watch that. Look, both of them are absolutely gone and they took way more damage. Let's try it one more time just so you guys can see at full health. He's almost in range and he's gone. There's actually a range for which this is activatable. Let's see how far away it is. Can I do it up from this high? Yep. Damn, okay, I can do it up from that high. That's actually kind of crazy. Okay, for our first Mythbusters part of the video, when you get close to Johnny Storm, he in fact does not, no one else takes damage. This only happens when you activate his ultimate. Watch. Okay, look, everyone around him takes damage, and now we're putting down the flame wall pillars. You can only have 3 of these out on the field at a time, and they keep taking damage continuously. However, you can spam these things if you would like, except after you do the 3rd one, it's going to despawn the oldest one. Watch. Alright, down 1, 2, 3, and let's put down a 4th. Old one despawned. Old one despawned. So you can actually have only 3 out at a time, but you can keep spamming it for more damage to get like as much damage off on people as possible. The only thing is, it's just gonna despawn the oldest one after you throw down the 3rd one. So that's basically how his ultimate works. We've seen his shift ability, we've seen his left click, we've seen his right click, we've seen his dive, we've seen his flame prison, basically just putting a damage field over time. So that's basically the Human Torch's abilities. Let's quickly show you his team up ability now with Storm. We're gonna combine our thing with Storm, and now she's going to turn into an even bigger fireball. The crazy thing about that ultimate team up combo is that when you give Storm that buff to her ultimate, she literally can cut through almost every single support ultimate in the game. A Luna Snow ultimate, an Invisible Woman ultimate, and a Cloak and Dagger ultimate because of how much damage she just does over time and just empowers her to a point where they honestly are the best team up in the game right now. Gamma team up is literally 2nd place, and is also his 2nd team up he has with the Invisible Woman is basically he just gets more HP with Fantastic Four members when Invisible Woman is on his his team, so that's a standard team up. Everyone knows about the Fantastic Four team up. But that Omega Fire team up is gonna make both him and Storm basically S tier because there's no stopping that ultimate combo. What do I think about him? He's definitely a damage over time duelist. He's close to Infernus from Deadlock game. He wants to put damage on people and let it whittle them down over time. He's going to be a hellish nightmare for support players because they can't heal through his ultimate, with especially when it's teamed up with Storm ultimate, and like all that damage over time is going to make a lot of healers' jobs very, very hard. So yeah, Human Torch is definitely A tier. He might be S tier if you can get a Storm on your team for the team up, but I can't wait to play this guy some more in ranked. And now let's go on to the thing for the second part of this video. Here's the thing. He does a lot of damage and it's fantastic. I'll stop with the puns. I'm so sorry. Let's get into it. Basically, these are all of his abilities. For anyone that hasn't seen them so far yet, you can pause to read on screen. His left click is a 1-2 jab like a proper Brooklyn thug. He can hit the 1-2. Easy money. Right click is just a charge and it just does damage to anything behind him. It actually has no cooldown, so you can spam this ability, but it does have a little bit of a wind-up time behind it. Basically just click right click and it charges up for you. It actually can do a large AoE damage blast behind it. Let me show you guys with these bots right here. All right, let's charge it up. Does a lot of, see, look, that guy died and this one is the one that took the impact. That's how much damage it takes. All right, this is his charge ability. You just knock people up in your way, and at the end of it, you just prevent them from being able to move, and they take extra damage on that like earthquake field. So I can basically combo somebody after I put down the charge. His next ability allows him to jump to a target and give them 30% damage reduction for both you and the target. You can do this on anything, any one of your teammates. Just basically jump to them, and you give damage reduction to them and you 30%. Keeps you pretty tanky, especially since you don't have an innate shield. Okay, for Bangrim's ultimate, it's a pretty wide field. Let's try it away from 30 meters to see how far it can reach. Let's go. Oh, wow. It only goes to about 15 meters. So this ultimate is only like a 15-meter radius. All right, let's go all the way up to 15 meters. So first thing to know about this ultimate is that it's not that long range. You need to be literally in someone's face on top of them in order for this to hit. I got to stand all the way on 15 meters just for this Shigaraki earthquake thing to hit. There we go. So not only did it knock him up, but it stunned him for a few seconds too. This ultimate goes crazy inside of a domination point. Trust me. When this thing hits, there's nothing they can do. It's just free kills left, right, and center. In my opinion, he's not the best tank in the game. The best tanks in the game still in the meta are the shield tanks. So Strange, Magneto, Groot. However, I do think Thing is going to be the best, or at least an S tier off meta tank. This man is going to take a lot of pressure off of your main tanks by just raising hell around the map, especially in the domination game. I think Thing might be an S tier tank in domination game mode alone, just because of his little shift charge ability, which just allows him to just create hell and get around quickly, and people have to respect him. And then his ultimate, which is just going to destroy anyone that's standing within a 15-meter radius in front of him. And once everyone's stunned after all these abilities are done, he can just easily hop to like a teammate and then press his E ability, give himself some damage reduction, and just start blasting. He's just going to stop punching. Thing is definitely going to be an S tier off meta tank, just because he's going to take pressure off of your tank or your main tanks. He's going to deal a lot of damage, keep people alive with his armor enhancement damage reduction shield. He does good damage with a 1-2 punch and then hit him with a right click, a good old New York combo. His ultimate's going to just make it so that everyone has to run away or just die. So I think he's going to be a fantastic tank. He's very easy to play. You can't really mess him up. But do I like the Thing? I do. Do I like Johnny Storm? I do. In my opinion, I like these two members of the Fantastic Four cast more than Sue and Reed. But that's just my opinion. Don't kill me for it in the comments. Yeah, those are my thoughts on Johnny Storm and the Thing. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.